pretty much where I left off. Alright, put this aside. When we last left off, I didn't have thermal paste. And I found out that this guy won't fucking fit a slot 5. Let's go. We're gonna fix liquid cooling. Liquid cooling is actually pretty much required for that CPU. And I just went ahead and picked up more RAM because, you know, I see a slot and I've got to put something inside it. I guess I should have like checked audio levels and whatnot, but you know, it's fine. It's fucking fine. It's fucking fine. Alright, now we're just gonna make this shit match here. Pop you in like so, and like so. I didn't hear 2 clicks. I don't like that. But it is clicked into place. So we're gonna install next piece of RAM. I don't know if you guys can really see that. This is the camera angle. Sorry about the janky camera angle. I really didn't want to buy a tripod. I mean, I have tripods. I've got like 3. I don't want to get one out either. They're in storage. Alright, so far, so good. I mean, you know, we got our 4 sticks of RAM here. I did install the 2 M.2 memory units inside of there. Still haven't figured out how I want to run this. I'm worried because I think that Windows encrypts your files to the operating system or whatever. So if I install a new install of Windows on the new drive, I'm worried I won't be able to access the old files. But I could always set that to the bootable drive and then copy. So that'll probably be the plan. I typically like to try to do everything fresh when I build a new machine. If you bring your old shit over, you're just bringing your old problems over. So files are fine, but programs and software, install everything like it was new. We're going to wait to peel those stickers. We'll get a close-up of that. Everybody likes peeling stickers, right? Alright, so this guy here, I feel like I need a glove. Oh. So very gentle. So very gentle with all of this. Do not drop CPU. Try not to touch the top with the oils on your fingers. Definitely don't touch the pins with the oils on your fingers. Arrow lines up to arrow. You'll see at the top of the chip in the top left corner, there's typically an arrow for these AMDs. Arrow goes to the arrow. Make sure you're sitting nice and pretty before you clamp down. If you're not sitting pretty and you clamp down, you just bent a pin and fucked your whole install. Don't fuck your whole install. Alright. So we got the RAM, so our memory's in place, the drive's in place. What's behind this nifty little shell here? What is this? Oh. Well, look at you. Which one are you? Gen 5. That's another Gen. Ooh, that's a big cooler. Alright. Scratch that. I should really put this guy into here, right? Like, I really should. I'm going to peel this gel cooling layer. I'm going to cover that one back up. We're going to use this one. And we'll use the better Gen 5 port, isolated on its own with its own little heat shield. Alright. Yeah, we got fancy little sticker there. Cool. Hey, that ain't right. That's my old one. We're gonna leave the old one be. Want the new one into this Gen 5 port with all of this fancy cooling. This one can go, no, it says Gen 5 or whatever. I'm sure it'll run a Gen 4. Alright, so somewhere I has a protective piece of plastic for that thing. Here's one. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. That is the exact one. Alright, then just gonna put it back so I don't get dust and debris in it. If I ever want to upgrade it, I can still use that because it has not been touched. Of course, I ran it too far in one direction. Gonna go over here with it. Back out there, like so. Run that flat, make sure no dust or anything. Alright, cool. Cool beans. Alright, that's in place. That's in place. That's in place. Now, beefy fucking cooler. That was what I was going for there. Alright, beefy cooler. There we go. Keep that drive nice and cool. Alright, so far so good. What's that guy? That is the armored PCI port. Let's see. I'm gonna need this guy next. Oh, here's the big deal. This is what it's all about, is these containers here. You know? Used to be this was a fraction of the cost of a new computer. You know? The price about evened out with a motherboard and all that stuff. Every piece was pretty much roughly in the $200 range or whatever. To gaming and beyond. Alright, what we got here? We got some power cords, brackets. I'm one of those guys that I will look. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. I'm one of those guys that will look at the directions on things to make sure. What's that? Green light. Okay. Safety light. Cool. SpectraLink. Graphics card has a SpectraLink connector which allows lighting to sync with compatible motherboards with RGB headers. Cool. Just the support module. Make sure it's plugged in all the way. That's kind of retarded. I don't think you actually need a instruction manual that tells you to plug it in all the way. Blah 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 blah. That's no help. I call this Zotac. Okay. Alright. Alright, what is this? It's a little dude. Look, I got a little dude. He's a holographic little dude. What are we doing here? We're gonna poke him out. I'm gonna fold this back like so. We're gonna push this through the hole. Yeah, little dude stands up. See, little dude standing up. Yeah, cool. Lame. Alright. Let's do. Imagining one of these, probably a support bracket. What's this? That'd be that RGB cable that we're talking about. That'd be that fancy, what the fuck? So this is the thing that's like, this runs out of the motherboard. Line bundled multi 8-pin power socket of the GPU. Insert the bundled multi-pin. Confirm that it's seated all the way. Connect 8-pin power connectors to available female connectors on the power supply. After all that, double check power connection after you've done cable management. Okay, that's fairly fucking standard. Alright, this is what I was curious about, was how this guy works. Like, alright, so we got the fuck, right? Like, over. Alright, so it's a rest for it to sit on, right? And you can move it up and down and brace it, right? But where the do you put this? It doesn't have a mounting screw, so it looks like it would just sit in the PC. Which to me felt. Why does it smell like aquarium salts? That's weird. Oh my goodness. Alright. Yeah, look at that. GeForce RTX. We're peeling it, baby. Of course, it's not going to be a clean peel. If this thing has trouble with my AI, I'm going to be so flippin' pissed. Alright. Yeah, this fucking guy. That's a beast. Yeah. About that. I drop that into there. Okay. Like, drop in, right? Like, alright now. You want this thing to lock. What is this button here do? Alright. You might not have the fucking clearance, you know? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Oh, there it is. Alright, it is snapped into place. It is fucking going nowhere. Where are you going? Nowhere. We're gonna leave those in for now. Display port and such. HDMI. How many HDMIs do we got? One. One. One HDMI, three display ports. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I have display port adapters. Alright, now like this fucking thing here, right? Oh, I see. I see. I see. Alright. So like you'll take this guy and you'll do one of these, huh? Something like so. Alright, alright. And we're gonna brace it up. That's the idea. Except you don't want to do it in front of a fan. You want to do it on the side somewhere, like so. Or even in the back. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's why the rubber bumpers. Alright, so this guy here goes into this here. Right. This guy here. Go into here. button does. I don't like that white cable in my all black machine. Alright, so I got that cable and that cable. What's all this SpectraLink crap? It's showing like 3 wires coming off. And I'm plugged into it, whatever. Alright, manuals, 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 manuals. Keep all these together, guys. You know. Trash, trash, trash. Well, I'm keeping that stuff because static's free. All the paperwork and documentation in the same spot. In here. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. All trash over there. You gotta keep your fancy stickers, right? If they'd make them easier to remove, that is. Pretty cool, I get a sticker, but it doesn't come out. Alright. Now, we look at this guy, the cooler. There's my paste. That was what I was missing, paste. I went with RGB. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm an idiot. I should have saved the 30 bucks. But like everything else is RGB, so why not? You know. Alright, so Arctic. I imagine it goes this way across the top, right? And then it like just doesn't fit my frame. Not awesome. What if we mounted it to the front? And then we move this one, those 3 to the top. Looks like that's what we're gonna have to do. My radiators are already bent and they're fucked up. Yeah. So this guy probably really needs to go up top, right? But the catch is it's a wee bit too big for my housing. I can't slide it all the way. Well, unless, let's see. All right. I'm trying to place this guy in, maybe. Maybe. So much cooling. Do that. How about now? What would that be like? We would have to space that off with a spacer. But then you can't plug in all my plugs. Nope. Okay. So, yet another problem after yet another problem. Make sure that stays on there. So, now we've got to remove the fans from the front. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, there's a way to just slide this whole fan tray out. Screw on each side. Yeah, That's what it is. All right. Okay. All right. Fan tray coming up. Minus these wires, which I'm going to have to rerun all these fuckers. And we'll just undo all the Velcro and everything. We're going to have to rewire manage everything. Sadly. Very, very sadly. Alright. So now what are we going to do? Where's all this? Let's undo this. Swap. This is fun, isn't it? Alright. What is this? Nope, yeah. Yep, nope. Okay. Alright, for starters. Let's unplug that. Alright. Let's see. These are for the RGB. Yeah, and these are for the. Okay, alright. Now, this guy here. We're taking screws out so we can tighten the tension a little. Alright, one fan. Two fan. Alright, remove the third fan. Alright, 12 screws. Go there. Okay. Alright, this is the side that faces inside right here. It goes like so. So then this, you know, it'd be cool, like fucking more directions and instructions, you know? Directions? No. This is an adapter for the processor. Not instructions. Not instructions. Not instructions. case. German engineering. Nope. Manual. Choose your socket and do 5 and 4. So screwdriver. Do it like this. Of course, it's going to be a stupid YouTube video.
Undertone to begin with that it was okay to install these meters in a certain way. So this isn't going after anyone in particular, although manufacturers put images on websites showing coolers installed incorrectly. Okay, so what we've done is we've cut off the meter. We're going to be using this as a test vehicle to show you how the water actually flows inside of the loop because it was damped. Then we'll talk about later. The fins contacting the tubes are responsible for spreading heat across as much of the surface area as can be crammed in without causing excessive flow impedance to the attached fan, which dissipates said heat. When the water routes back to the other tank where it enters the barb, positioned about halfway down the tank, it continues on to the CPU cooler's pump housing, pump, and microfin. We'll talk more about how pumps work in a moment because that's another important part to the damage people are causing by improperly mounting radiators. Back to our experiment. We took the Dremel to the tank wall, which is made out of aluminum, and cut in a rectangular viewing port on each side. They're not clean. The cooler is taken to those higher temperatures. Coolant pumps can operate about 5 degrees higher. Effective, this normally constitutes the air bubbles that get pulled through wilts between the IIR and EPDM, but also the internal mix of the EPDM, or how much flame inhibitor there is in it, etc. As such, EPDM can vary greatly in its permeability, and supplier cut it that way. We mount it in the top of the case instead. In this one, we have to consider the location of the pump. The pump is likely to be about 1.5 to 2 inches below the tank, which is a good thing. You don't between the tank and the barb, especially when it jams the outgoing tank. That said, for the most part, it'll just end up getting sucked back through the pump because the pump is at the highest point of the loop. Either one of these is bad. The former one prevents water from going up the tubes, but it's likely to be resolved shortly and on its own. The latter causes immediate issues, though, with pump line, aging, and performance. As for the pump, you can see the yellow pump in the middle of the cold plate barely getting any water. The CPU will run hot while idle, but not hot enough to trip TJ Max. And it might trip TJ Max to throttle under load, but that's still a performance issue that is something that you can call that. Worst case scenario, though, is that it's working just well enough. It's got just enough water going through there to keep the CPU under TJ Max, but not well enough to keep the water really properly circulating. In this instance, what happens is the plastics begin to soften internally and deform, and over time, pump will in fact be something you can call dead, technically. But the unit overall would no longer be functioning as designed. So that wouldn't be even a manufacturing flaw, it'd be a user flaw at that point from mounting it improperly. The next one is just sort of embarrassing, mostly because manufacturers do this all the time when showing off their cases and their cooling. NZXT, for example, is most guilty of this, and it's an added embarrassment here of being the technical manufacturer of the coolers that it then shows installed incorrectly when marketing its cases. Thanks to manufacturers doing this because it looks pretty, and thanks to power supply routes requiring this configuration in many instances, people often mount their coolers tubes up. We always try to point them tubes down if possible, and if it doesn't fit that way, we mount it in the top of the case instead. In this one, we have to consider the location of the pump. The pump is likely to be about 1.5 to 2 inches below the tank, which is a good thing. You don't want the pump at the top of the loop anyway. If the pump is sufficiently below, the pump will be filled, but air bubbles will occasionally get sucked through the outlet tube and into the pump. That's because the air accumulates right next to the barbs. But, ideally, we'd have it flipped so that the air accumulates in the other tank that isn't attached to the barbs and the tubes. The air bubbles that get pulled through will circulate, but this is the reason a lot of users complain about that water trickling or gurgling or bubbling noise. This is really more about the noise than anything else. In most instances, it does cause performance issues as well, but it's primarily a noise problem. So if you've complained about pump noise, check for this orientation. pumps when air is sucked through them, and that might last past the period of the air getting pulled through. In theory, a small amount of air won't get pulled through because it's not high enough speed to get sucked into the tube. But as the air cavity grows, once it gets down to where the bar actually connects to the tank, it can produce that bubbling and trickling noise that you sometimes hear as the air cycles through the loop. Finally, when front mounted and with the tubes down, this air bubble issue is no longer a problem. Ideally, the pump is still below the top of the loop because the other tank should now be at the top of the loop. If that's the case, we don't need to worry about air accumulating in the pump because it won't. And we also don't need to worry about it getting pulled through the bars because that's not where the air is anymore. It's now the top in the tank that's not connected to them. This top tank is actually designed in most radiators to capture air anyway. So the air will pool in the tank and sit in such a way that it's no longer a consideration of the loop. You won't experience any problems after the first few minutes of runtime, where the bubbles might shuffle around a bit as the loop is first powered on, but those first few minutes you'll hear. After that, though, things should smooth out, and the only thing you have to worry about is long-term permeation if you're abusing the cooler thermally, and that might still be a few years from now. There's one huge reminder for this orientation, though. Do not mount the pump in such a way that it's at the top of the loop with the barbs at the bottom, because then it hasn't fixed anything. If you intentionally position your radiator lower on the front panel for some reason rather than higher, it's possible that the pump ends up at the top of the loop, at which point we're dealing with all the same concerns I showed earlier when the pump is located at the top. Now that we've shown all this, it's worth expanding on some of the science behind the cooler manufacturing. So tubing material that's commonly FEP, EPDM, or a Teflon, or PTFE. EPDM is an ethylene propylene diene monomer material and basically a rubber. There's also PTFE, which is a Teflon lined tube. You typically see it in a product like this, like Cooler Masters, where you can identify it usually by a corrugated tube rather than a rubber one. There's a Teflon lining inside of this, and that helps with preventing permeation. It's one of the best approaches to it, actually. But there's a significant downside, which is that if you bend these tubes sufficiently, you can crack the Teflon lining, and that means that it will actually permeate much worse. Performance goes down in general, and it's a flaw of that particular material that weighs against its upside for some people. As for FEP, that's not as common anymore, but that's fluorinated ethylene propylene. Acetech provided Gamers Nexus the following based on its material choices. Quote, the rubber that we use is a special EPDM mix. In the mix is typically IIR, or isobutylene isoprene, and EPDM. The permeation rate of this material is greatly dependent on the mix between the IIR and EPDM, but also the
so what I'm finding here is
how much flame inhibitor there is.
Shut up. So what I'm finding here is that now the box isn't big enough, and the guy assured me after I showed him pictures and everything of my tower that the box was big enough for this cooler. It is not. So I don't want to make a third trip today. I really don't want to make a third trip today. I'm wondering if I can't modify the box a little bit, right? So like the trouble is there's this lip in the front right here. If it wasn't for that lip, I think I would be good. Because all my screws line up with the holes up here. It keeps it off of here. I should still be able to plug the cables in, power everything on. If this piece of metal just didn't go so high, right now. But then again, looking at it, what kind of hardware we have for mounting here. So you can have spacers, look at four, so on. And we've got those are for an AMD. Okay, so these go to the chip. That's good to know. That would the head fan for that guy. Through here, what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. I don't know what that's for. Then we got all these guys. These guys, I imagine, are for this. Mounting that guy there. Before, we're talking about tree fans right there. See, they're saying don't put the tubes at the top because any air bubbles, if there is air inside of here, any air bubbles will collect at the top, and those will get forced into the tube. So we actually want this down like so, so that it can breathe. But my problem is I don't have the room in the front for it. So if I did try and put it in the front, and they're saying don't put them in the front, you technically want it above, like so. So the heat vents upwards, right? So you want these mounted in the top, which means I'm going to need a larger box or case. Oh. All right. I think the case I have in my back room is actually smaller than this. Where's Best Buy? What's closer? Miles in Kennesaw. Visit their site. All right. Hey, what you doing? Yeah, well, I got everything I need to do this. I started building it. I need a new box because it doesn't fit in my. Yeah, yep. So I've got everything in it except the CPU cooler and all that stuff because the. So I figured out what happened with the old one. After talking with the guy, I guess I can just go ahead.